there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on In Hell I'll Be in Good Company by the Dead South. Lovely little tune, great fun to play. I'm going to teach you how to play the whole song, including some of those little banjo parts. But just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it really does help. About 90% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, so please subscribe. Leave me a comment in the comment section, let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, keep me doing this, and you want the tabs for it as well, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. A link to that is in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. Now the song starts with a little intro, 2-bar intro, sounds like this. Okay, so to play that, your first finger is going to be across the E, B and the G strings at the 3rd fret. So it holds down all 3 of those. And then we're going to alternate from playing a D5 with the little finger. So you play D5, then you're going to hit the bottom 3 strings with your first finger, then move your 3rd finger to A5 and play that note, and then hit the bottom 3 strings. So you've got D5, bottom 3 strings on fret 3, A5, bottom 3 strings on fret 3. So you get this. And you don't have to keep your fingers on, you could keep them on if you want. Or you can take your fingers off. Just try and keep that finger hovering over fret number 3. Okay, and it does that twice in each bar. So you've got, that's 1 bar, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we've got 2 bars of it for the intro, so the whole intro sounds like this. On to the next line. It kind of feels like the verse. There's 2 lines of this verse. The first line sounds like this. So this is the part where he starts singing. So the first bit is the same as the intro. We've got 3 bars of that. Bars 3, 4, 5. And then we go to an F chord. So to play that, we put our first finger across all the strings on the 1st fret. 2nd finger on G2. Although it's not written, put your 3rd finger on A3 and your little finger on D3. So that's your F chord. And we play the top string, the E string nearest to your face, and then the bottom kind of 3 or 4 strings. It just does that 4 times, goes. Okay, so let's play the whole line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. On to the next line, and we've got this. So the first bar's the same, G minor. We then, in bar 8, go to an E flat chord. First finger A6, and your 3rd finger is going to go flat across the D, G and the B strings on the 8th fret. And you just play the A string, and then the D, G and the B strings at fret 8. So it goes. It does that 4 times. Into bar 9, and we've got G minor, but we're only doing it for 2 beats, so you've got, so the D5, the bottom 3 strings on fret 3, the A5, the bottom 3 strings on fret 3. It then goes to a D7 chord, which is your first finger on B1, 2nd finger on G2, and 3rd finger on E2. So that's a D7. And you're going to play the D string, and then the bottom 3 strings, then the A string, and then the bottom 3 strings. So it goes. So bar 9, you've got. And then bar 10 is just back to that G minor. So let's play the whole of that line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. On to the next line, and I've written like the banjo part because it's quite fun to play. Now you could just play the chords for it: G minor for 2 bars, F for 2 beats, D7 for 2 beats, and then G minor for a bar, which actually you'll see on the next line. But I've chosen to do this little banjo part, which sounds like this. So to play that, we're going to rest our first finger from D string downwards on fret 3. We play a D3, hammer on to D5 with the 3rd finger, then you play G3 and then B3. So you got, and it does that 3 times. It then plays a G3 and then a G2. So bar 11. And up speed. Bar 12 is exactly the same. Bar 13, we've got like this F chord. First finger across E1, B1 and G2. And you play down G2, B1, E1, G2, B1, E1, G2 and then B1. So you got. Then play the open D string, B1 and then E2. And it does that again. So you've got then open D and a B1. So the whole of bar 13 slowly. And up speed. And then bar 14 is the same as bars 11 and 12. Okay, so let's put the whole line together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on to the next line, and the last line that we need to learn. You could do like a little banjo part over the top. Just put an extra bar of the, because it does 3 bars of that. So we've got 3 bars of G minor, 2 beats on F, 2 beats on D7, and then for the last bar of G minor. So the whole line goes. So we've played all those chords before. One little thing to point out, on the D7, I just played the D string, and then the B1, the G2, and the E2, and then I played the D string again, and then the bottom 3 strings, so it goes. Whereas in the sort of verse part, I went down to the A string, but I didn't do that in this part. Okay, so G minor for 3 bars, F for 2 beats, D7 for 2 beats, and G minor for a bar. That then repeats, and then there's a little bass part that goes, which is just on the D string. You play D, D1, D2, D3, D4, then open D, D2, and then D4. So on that line, the first 5 bars you repeat, you play them twice, and then you play that little bass riff, or you could just let the bassist play that. And then literally the whole song just repeats all the way back to the intro, plays the intro, the sort of verse part, then the 2 lines of that, the banjo part, and then this line, and then it just repeats it all over again. So I think it repeats 3 times in the whole song. And that's it. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that quick guitar lesson and found it useful. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video. It really does help me out. It helps get some more views, as does leaving me some comments. So just say hi, Let me know where in the world you're from, and any ideas for songs would be amazing. Put them in the comments section. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, keep me doing this, and you want the tabs for this and loads of other songs, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. A link to that's in the description. Also, I've got a new Instagram account, so if you've got Instagram, come and give me a follow on there. It's Andy Hillier Guitar. Well, thanks for watching this. I do really appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.